Hey everybody, this is Harmonic. My name is EMIRAE, and today I am reacting to WandaVision Season 1, Episode 1, All New Spooktacular. Yeah, that's what it's titled. Once again, you're stuck with me. These are the reaction highlights. So, we had a lot of like old school sayings like jazzercise and scoot. Geez, Louise was also in there. Vision found out what his wife was up to, his so-called wife, basically. We got to see baby Vision even, and like kid Vision and teenage Vision. Monica Rambeau finally got out. Tyler was being a dick, and he called Wanda a principal victimizer. We found out what the names are of Wanda's parents, and we got a huge surprise at the end. And that was Evan Peters, Quicksilver from basically an alternate dimension, X-Men, Days of Future Past. Yes, it was a Fox character. And it's just, there are no words for the fact that he showed up. And I'm so excited to see what's gonna happen in this episode, what kind of new things are gonna pop out, and what all of this is going to lead to. With that said, enough jibber jabber. Let's get into this reaction right freaking now.
He was killed by Ultron.
Oh, they showcase Aaron Taylor Johnson. This is awesome. Yep, it's definitely the 90s now. Hell yeah. Listen to that music. I just want to like grab a guitar right now and just, you know, just start like flipping my hands like that. And like do a whole air guitar thing. Oh, that's funny. There was something on her pants, but I don't know what. Was it? Usually back then on those pants you had things like juicy and all that kind of stuff. Oh. I love him speeding and he's like, I love that. That was so funny. And he's just speeding through the house. Please show us that slow-mo of him again. Let's see that.
Better be bleeding, broken, or on fire. Whoa, Mom. Are you old Red Riding Hood?
Fortune teller.
Wow, that is so lame.
Lame.
Whoa, sweet costume, bro, Ham-in-Law. Let me guess.
Bro, Ham-in-Law.
Half-shuck corn. A booger.
Yes.
Yes!
You don't even have a costume.
Hey!
Just remember that this
He has
is
the X-Men
respectable
animated
family.
get up on. That's awesome.
Hayward, you cut us off at the knees sending in that missile.
Now we know.
Yeah, he's full of crap.
Hey, there he is. The guy who almost got murdered by his own murder squad.
You work for me?
I actually don't know.
She's with me.
I see. And which one of you is the sassy best friend?
There's no time for colleagues. When you're about to start a war, you can't win.
Maybe it's a good thing you weren't here when your mother died. Because
Dude, you did not just go there.
This job. Get her off my base. Now. All of them.
Let's go, everybody in.
Oh, nice work! Yes, Jimmy! Hell yeah! Kick some ass, boy! Nice work! Hell yeah! Oh, hell yeah, Rambo!
Why didn't anyone tell me the plan?
Yeah!
Unleash Hell Demon Spawn!
Unleash Hell Demon Spawn. I wonder why. Yeah, it took forever to open that, bro. Like, seriously. Love that. I miss the 90s.
Beefed in your borscht.
If you're gonna break the sound barrier, please just take your brother with you.
Really? Really?
Really? Yeah. And please just remember to
Don't go past Ellis Avenue. We don't
Go past Alex Avenue.
Your vision.
Yes.
Are you here to help us?
I am Vision. I do want to help. But what's an Avenger?
What? Why don't you know?
The energy inside has rewritten your cells on a molecular level twice. It's changed.
That's crazy. Like,
Seen enough lab
so if
results
she
last
goes
year
again,
like
she'll
that.
be fully changed.
Cells metastasizing.
Is he gonna come out like dead? Because he's basically dead, right? Everybody's like, get the fuck out of there! Go, 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 go!
Are you serious right now?
Did they seriously leave her? So she's handcuffed to the car. They turn into clowns. That's funny. That's crazy. That's insane. Time for the discussion. It's Halloween. I already love the differences between the twins. One of them is the cool one, and as the brother says, the other one is a Dorkasaurus. Them asking their mom if she's supposed to be old Red Riding Hood. Good stuff. Peak stuff right there. Funny. I like that. We got the whole 90s era with the Malcolm in the middle and the brother being a man-child and calling Vision bro-hem-in-law, which is something that I'm definitely going to use when I get a bro-hem-in-law. Even though this whole thing is fake, you can see that Wanda and Vision truly have a relationship, you know? They are flirting, they are being nasty to each other. Good couple stuff. Vision doing a neighborhood watch. But if you think about it, it was kind of a neighborhood watch, but of course he was investigating, even though Wanda was like, but you're not supposed to do that. And he's like, I'm not supposed to do what? And him seeing a woman trying to hang something of a ghost and basically glitching and tears running down her face, which was so creepy. And I didn't notice that at the first time, but I watched it again, and that makes it even creepier. I love Marvel making a reference to X-Men the animated series, with Speed and Quicksilver wearing the classic Quicksilver suit, which actually was in that series. Wu and Rambo kicking ass, and I love that Wu has that in him, and it makes sense. The guy's an FBI agent. He has been taught hand-to-hand combat. He knows how to kick ass. And I love that they showcase that in this, and that he was so happy getting coffee. And it also makes sense that Rambo would, you know, but since they basically always talk, you don't really focus on that until Marvel brings it up with them taking out those agents and Darcy not knowing the plan whatsoever. Quicksilver saying unleash Demon Squad when the boys are running around, and then later on he creates mischief with them, signaling that they are extensions of Mephisto and that he might be Mephisto, because I saw a breakdown of New Rockstars, and right when Quicksilver first gets introduced in this show, there is a mirror on the side and there was something red there, so that might actually be him. Yes, Mephisto, and I know that all the reactors crack jokes about that now. There was also a nod to Rugrats. I hope you guys and gals noticed that, which is also a 90s show, so it was really clever of Marvel getting that in there. In that way where if you didn't listen, you missed it. And there was also a nod to Kick-Ass, which is funny because both Aaron Taylor Johnson and Evan Peters were in the movie Kick-Ass. Maybe both movies, because there's a Kick-Ass 1 and a Kick-Ass 2. Wanda asking Pietro, what happened to your accent? And him just having the perfect comeback, well, what happened to yours? Flustered her immediately, I did like that. But of course, he had to mess up, say something bad about Vision, and then she knocked him out. So it begs the question, Is she going to try to reveal who he really is? Is he an imposter? Are we gonna see that in the next episode? Is he not who he claims to be? Because that's really what it looks like. Them talking about vibranium, which is basically a nod to Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So maybe in the second season, those worlds are going to connect with each other in some way, shape, or form. Wanda telling the boys that they can't go past Alice Avenue because she knew that if Vision or the boys passed, that they would die or cease to exist. And that whole hex swallowing Darcy. So it begs the question, did Darcy turn into something else? In some character appropriate for the 90s or maybe 2000s. Just like that part where the agents turned into clowns and mimes. When Vision did his whole like neighborhood watch thing, it was so creepy and messed up to see everybody under Wanda's control, him talking to Agnes, and Agnes telling Vision that Wanda doesn't even want them to think about it, think about getting free and not being in this horrible world anymore. And throughout that whole thing with the people being stuck, when I was watching one of the breakdowns of this series, E.A. Voss was talking about the song saying, help me something, help me something. So it was the people singing, help me Wanda, help me Wanda. Oof, the show is getting more eerie than I anticipated. I wonder how Vision is going to come back without the Mind Stone. Because Tony and Bruce did talk about the fact that he doesn't really need the Mind Stone to survive. Like he can actually live without it. So is this how he's gonna come back? And I know that my discussions are all over the place, but another thing that I wanted to mention about Agnes is that she said that she was looking for Town Square Scare and asking where it is, saying that she took a wrong turn and got lost. Did all these people take a wrong turn and get lost? There was a stop sign with Ellis Street and there was also another street saying something else. It was also cool to find out that Wu is a whiz at hot wiring cars. So if Rambo went through the hex one more time, she would change completely because her cells were changing at a molecular level. So this made me think that she's already getting her superpowers, or this hex has activated her superpowers, which is something that the stones do. You know, they activate superpowers, just like for Captain Marvel. Darcy was trying to break through a firewall, but I don't think that she got to finish that. So are we gonna see that later on? Maybe not in this season, maybe in the next season. Because we do need to find out what Hayward actually has planned. It's interesting how Quicksilver said that Wanda called and he came knocking. And that there's this loneliness, emptiness, and endless nothingness. And also that Quicksilver freaked her out for a moment because it reminded her of her dead brother. To go back to what happened to Vision when he went through that hex was actually pulling him back. Like Wanda was saying that no matter what he does, he has to stay in there if he wants to survive. Is she going to use that against him? Because I don't think he knows that he can survive without the Mind Stone. It was such a dick move of Hayward and the rest of the agents to just leave Darcy there while the hex consumed her. But I was glad to see that Wu and Rambo put pedal to the metal and got the hell out of there. Wanda really did not want Vision to escape. That she made the hex even bigger. And it makes me wonder how much she can consume. Can she consume the whole world, the whole galaxy? Just imagine how crazy that is. And what Hayward would do to try to stop her. And the kind of contingency plan he would have in case the first one didn't work. I'm really starting to believe that the astrophysicist isn't Reed Richards. That we're not going to see the Fantastic Four yet. Maybe we're gonna get a nod to it or something like that. But I think it's Talos' daughter. I forgot his soulmate's name. But I do think it's their daughter. Because her and Rambo became friends in a Captain Marvel movie. Fizz not knowing what an Avenger is brings in the sad truth of the fact that this genocide, this blip, really had an effect on everybody, even a robot. And a robot that I absolutely love, by the way. Still one of my favorite characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm just glad that him and Wanda are finally getting their true moments in the sun, you know? They had some epic parts, but I really wanted more from them, and I love that Marvel is finally giving us that. Spoken of the agents turning into clowns and mimes, even the billboard at one point changed into something else. With the writing, "Home is what you make it." So creepy. So freaking creepy. This witch, man. This witch, I swear. This witch. Love her though. Absolutely love her. She just wants to have a family, you know? She just wants to have people that love her. She never really had that in her life, you know? That's why she's going for the husband and the kids and the brother. I wonder what else she's going to create that she feels like needs to be in her life. Oh yeah, and the last thing I wrote is Pietro and the boys just shotgunning sodas. Guys and gals, this is the end of the discussion. If you haven't already, as I always say, do the YouTube stuff, subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell, hit that like button as well. You have no idea how helpful that is. If you are into anime, we're gonna start doing reactions to anime as well. By the time you're seeing this, the reaction highlights to Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters Season 1, Episode 1 is already on our YouTube page here at Harmonic. And the full-length reaction watch-along is free to check out on our Patreon page at patreon.com/Harmonic. Consider supporting us there. And who knows? You might be the first ancient one or one of the first ancient ones who is supporting this channel and hopefully will keep supporting us. We really need this to work. This is something that I've been wanting to do for a while now. And I've talked to the guys about this and they were and still are amazing to say that they are actually going to help me do this and join me throughout this journey. So a thank you goes out to them as well. And I will see you, or we will see you in the next reaction video, reaction highlights, or full-length reaction watch along. Bye!